Right, how is all doing? So it's the big game tonight. It's Carabao Cup action, second round. It's Nottingham Forest versus Newcastle. Welcome back to another build-up stream. I'm back again from the game which took place on Sunday, where you would have seen us. Let's have a look. Where can I watch the match? It's on Sky Sports, mate. Kick-off's at 7:45. There's a few going down. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're all doing really well. Hope you're all having a good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. We need a cup run. Yeah, we do. I think we need to not take Nottingham Forest lightly, but we need to go in there with a good attitude. A lot better than Sunday, because I felt on Sunday off the ball we were good, but on the ball we couldn't string two passes together. We were giving far too many, loose balls away, and Chelsea just punished us. It was never a pen for the goal, but we need to be a lot better tonight against Forest, because if we're not, we're going to get punished. And it's already tough enough that we're away from home, and it's kind of a revenge game. So really, we've got some unfinished business against Nottingham Forest. Let's say looking forward to Forest to the game, and possibly new faces with decent game time. Yeah, we do. We need to see some of the new lads. I mean, we need to see Mutu, we need to see Rondon. We need to see some more of the lads getting engraved into the team. We need to change it around a little bit. Richie and Lascelles had a bust up apparently. Yeah, I mean, it's strange because we all heard that it was between Lascelles and Rafa Benitez, something that happened in the dressing room, training. And then on Sunday, it came out that Rafa Benitez said that everything's fine. And then we hear that Lascelles had a bust up and Richie. This is the last thing that we need, really, as fans, that Richie and Lascelles are having a bust up, because these are two of our better players. And at this stage of the season, we can't afford anybody to have bust ups, because they say in the Premier League, it's your second season syndrome. We can't afford to make any mistakes this season. Today, it's all about forgetting about Sunday and just focusing on the game. The last thing that we want is distractions, because if we have that, it's going to be a sorry season. Jacob, you're going for 4-1-2. Rondon for hat-trick. I'd like to see that when we go to Forest and get a result. It's going to be a tough match. Forest, I don't know where they are in their league. I think they've had a decentish start. My prediction, I'm going to go for a 2-1 to Newcastle. I reckon we'll just be fine. We'll scrape through. I do want to see we'll have a good cup run, but then I can also see the other side. If we don't get through, then we've got to obviously focus on the league, because the games that we've got coming at the minute are quite tough. We've got City on Saturday at the Etihad, which is no easy game, and then we've got Arsenal 2 weeks later at St James's. Hi mate, we were robbed by the referee last Sunday, and that was not a pen, and yeah, the own goal was bad. Yeah, you're right, Chris. The referee had a poor game. This is why I done a video the other day about VAR. It's something that we need in the Premier League, because at the end of the day, the referees need help. Some of the decisions that are getting made, the referees aren't even taking a second look. I mean, the referee didn't even make a second look, for the pen, which was rewarded to Chelsea, which for me was never a pen. If the linesman had helped him, or if it had VAR, then it meant, something may have changed. It may not have been a pen. But it's one of them, really. There's not a lot we can do about it. I mean, we've got to move on from it. Chelsea have got the result. I mean, Rafa Benitez played 5 at the back, which didn't help. I mean, at home, you've got to have a go. I mean, you can't afford to play 5 at the back against Chelsea. You're just inviting trouble. Yes, it took Chelsea a long time for them to get back into the game and, to sort of get into the game to get the point. Or the point, should I say. At home, we should be taking the game to Chelsea. I would rather lose the game 3 or 4-0 having a go. I really would. If we got beat 3 or 4-0 off Chelsea, and we'd actually had shots on target and we'd actually took the game to them, then fair enough. You can understand the quality. It's different. But if you just sit 5 at the back and not have a go, then it's disappointing, because fans would have paid, £30-35 for that ticket on Sunday to watch Chelsea, if you're just sort of a fan that rocks up any other day. But it's a lot of money to see, to see shit quality like that. A lot of you are going for 3-1s, 2-1s. I love your channel. Who said that? I'll give you a shout out. Where are you? Laura Whaley, thanks, man. Really appreciate it. There's a lot of other YouTube channels out there as well. But yeah, I appreciate everything that you've said there. Thanks so much. Really appreciate it. But yeah, just speaking as a Newcastle fan, I'll not give up doing YouTube. I love what I'm doing. But the night, honestly, it's going to be tough. Forest are a good side. I'm not going to, say that they're going to be a walk in the park, because a team like Forest, who are in the Championship, are going to see us as like a scalp. They're going to see us as a Premier League scalp. Let's sort of beat them again and get through. we need to put the wrongs right. That happened on Sunday. We need to kind of forget about it. There's no point in dwelling on it now. We can't change anything, unfortunately. And it's just disappointing that we didn't get the point which we probably did deserve. But if you're going to play 5 at the back, then at the end of the day, it's happened. Do you think Sterry will play? Tonight's game, it's a chance to give any of the youngsters a start. I mean, players that aren't getting a game, they're just going to be sat on the bench, for Premier League games. They need minutes. They need time. And it's just a case of... It's just, it's frustrating, really, when you look at the squad that we've got. It's a half-decent squad. But to play 5 at the back is no good. Especially at home. I mean, if we were going down to Stamford Bridge, then fair enough. But if you're going to go play at home and play 5 at the back, that's really, really bad. And the fact that we played 1 up front against Chelsea with their experience says it all, really. I would play Sterry in this game. Yeah, I would. I'd give him a chance. He's not really put a foot wrong. Maybe it's last season, but that was last season. Now is a time to give him a clean slate. It's a new season for everybody. It's a time for everybody to sort of put on the black and white shirt and just sort of prove to Rafa that they can do it. If we give Tottenham a good game, why not Chelsea? Well, this is a problem. I mean, we know both clubs have got quality. We know Tottenham have got the quality. They've went and stuffed Man United 3-0 at Old Trafford. We know what they're about, and I'm just disappointed that we didn't really do enough going forward against Chelsea. I think Chelsea were there for the taking on Sunday. I don't think they were brilliant by any stretch. I think Chelsea were quite lethargic. I thought that it took them a good hour for them to sort of suss it out, and playing 5 at the back is just no good. What two do you think will play up front tonight? It's going to be a strange one, really, because a lot of people are saying Joselu, many are saying Perez, a lot of us are saying Mutu, Rondon. It depends on the formation. I mean, I don't want to see another 5 at the back away at Nottingham Forest. I mean, that for me would be embarrassing. If we go to Nottingham Forest and we're playing 5 at the back, then we deserve everything that we'll get. And I don't want to see Rafa Benitez sort of saying, let's just play defensive football against Forest. We need to go there and have a bit of backbone and have a go. We need to go there and have a go, because if we don't have a go, we're going to get annihilated. Chris, play 5 at the back against Man City. Yeah, City, I mean, you could do that. I mean, City have got the quality, they've got the players there, that are going to take the game to you. But against Forest, tonight, we've got to just go for it. We've got nothing to lose in the cup. If we go out against Forest and we've had a go, then fair enough. They've got the home side behind me. 2,500 Newcastle fans are going there tonight. Fair play to everyone that's going there tonight. I mean, I would have went if it wasn't for work. I've got an early start. But tonight it's sort of a bonus. It's kind of, let's just forget about the game against Chelsea and focus on tonight, and let's just see what happens. I'll not fault the lads. If we go there and give it 100% and we get beat, we can't ask for any more than that. But if we're going to play the same way that we played against Chelsea, then tonight, then we're just going to give the game to Forest. Kieran, when are you doing the video with the shout-outs? That's going to be tomorrow, mate. We've had one winner already. The Premier predictions, that'll be up tomorrow at 4 o'clock. And if I haven't already told you, the Premier predictions will be out every single Thursday at 4 p.m. So stay tuned tomorrow for that. I've already done the video. It's already uploading at the minute. So still got a little bit of work to do, but it's on its way. Let's have a look. Sharky, I would play 5 at the back versus Man City. Tried to get them on the counter-attack like Wolves. And do you think it was a pen against Chelsea? It definitely wasn't a pen against Chelsea. The referee made a mistake. And in terms of playing 5 at the back against City, yeah, I can vouch for that. Away to City, it's a tough place to go. Not many teams are going to go to the Etihad and get points. And yeah, we need to do what Wolves done and hit them on the counter-attack. Now, people can people can't really compare Wolves with ourselves, because Wolves had a structure of how they wanted to play. Wolves their counter-attack worked, whereas ours didn't. We only woke up when we went 1-0 down. And to be so defensively bad, well, I say defensively bad because we weren't bad, to be so bad on the ball throughout the whole game against Chelsea and not show anything, it's quite disappointing, because I was quite bored for a long period of that game, up until sort of the middle part of the second half. And what I'm a lot more disappointed about was when we equalised against Chelsea, there was a chance there to go and take the game to them and sort of think, well, okay, right, you have conceded. Let's see if we can go and get the 3 points. It was never going to be easy, of course. Chelsea have got a very good, team on paper. I get that. They've got a lot of quality. They've got the money there. They've got the owner. But I was just disappointed in how we just sat back in our shells and we sort of went 5 at the back again. We changed it up, once we went 1-0 down, but we should really be doing better. I don't think Wolves will do as well as most people think. I don't know if Wolves are going to have a good season. I don't think they're going to be sort of like top 7 or anything like that, but I think Wolves will be around about 10th. I think they'll be around 12th, 10th, 11th, 12th. They'll be around about there. I think Wolves have got a very good squad, and they proved against City on any given day that they can, they could show up, and Wolves got what they deserved. Yes, you could say, well, they handballed it, but at the end of the day, you've got to have a slice of luck in the Premier League. A lot of teams are going to have a lot of luck in the league. You're going to have freaking results. Look at Brighton's result the week before against Manchester United. These things can happen, and you just got to like sort of take these games by a pinch of salt. Especially the last game against Chelsea. I think it was always going to be a big ask, to get 3 points, but it's sort of I think Rubenstein hit the nail on the head the other day. It was sort of a heads and tails game against Chelsea. If we'd got the point, nobody would have complained. But because we dropped, 3 points, then yeah, mate, it's one of them. Do you think Jamal will play tonight, Sharky? Something tells us that he won't. I think he'll be back for Manchester City. I think he's going to sit him out for a couple of games. Richie's the same. We've got Giorgio Shelby there missing. It's not going to be the strongest team by any stretch, but the squad that we've got, yes, it's not the best on quality, but we've still got to put a shift in tonight. At the end of the day, there's 2,500 Newcastle fans making the trip down to the Midlands, and we've got to go there and give it everything, because if we don't, if we play as lethargic as what we were on the ball on Sunday, then we're going to get punished. And I don't really want to take Forest lightly, because they beat we last season. They beat we at this stage last season. I'm sure it was 3-2. Jack Colback's not going to be playing, of course, but at the end of the day, we've got to be a lot better on the ball today. We really haven't. When we've got possession of the ball, we've got to be aware of what we're doing. We've got to be able to pass. We've got to be able to keep the ball for more than 2 minutes. If we can't keep the ball for more than 2 minutes, then good luck against Man City. Hi, Omar. How's it going, mate? Hope you're doing well. Newcastle are going to win 4-1. I hope you're right. I want to see a cup run. I'm not saying that we're going to win it, but if we can somehow get a cup run, get a win tonight, get through, then you never know. We might even get a home tie. Let's look. Lindsay Edwards. If Ashley gives Rafa cash in January, do you think Rafa will stay, or do you think? Let's have a look. Didn't quite see a comment. It went. If Ashley gives Rafa Benitez cash in January, do you think Rafa will stay, or do you think he'll see this? I'm one of them where I think Rafa's got to have some money in January, because the squad there, it still needs a lot of surgery on it. We're still lacking in a lot of key areas. Of course, I think you're right. It's either that or he's just going to end up leaving, because at the end of the day, he's got 1 year left in his contract. He can walk wherever he wants. Rafa Benitez can go to any club he wants to. He's got the CV. Yes, he probably hasn't won anything major for a couple of years because he's been with us, but you can't sort of deny Rafa Benitez's CV. And I give Rafa a lot of credit for sticking around when he did. I know this is not the Premier League, but we do need a point, especially after what happened on Sunday. There's no penalty shouts tonight. It'll go straight there's no extra time. It'll go straight to pens. So if it's 0-0 or whatever, it's going to go straight to pens. So who do you think will? Let's have a look. Who do you think will play in the under 23s? Let's have a look. Rafa will stay if he gets money in January and in the contract. Well, this is the thing. He still hasn't renewed his contract. I mean, he's still going to be in talks with Mike Ashley, of course, but he needs some insurances, and there is no assurances with Mike Ashley. It's all lie after lie after lie after lie. And, he's been here 11 years, and we should know this by now. It doesn't matter how many times we protested Sports Direct. It's free publicity for the man. He's not going to be bothered, by what we do. It's Mike Ashley, and he's not going to change. But like I say, on to the night's game, it's going to be sort of a tough game. It depends how we start. If we start on the back foot, then it's going to be a long game. But I reckon if we get the first goal, we've got to build on it. I don't think we can be as bad as what we were on Sunday, especially on the ball. Off the ball, I can't fault with. At the back, we were winning, all the 50-50s, but Chelsea sort of picked it off at the end. But on the ball, we need to be a lot better, because if we don't, and we play lethargic like we did on Sunday, on the ball, then Forest will punish us. I mean, I don't know how good they are in terms of quality, but you just never know. Let's have a look. Hi, Sharky. Let's have a put hi, Sharky. Do you think Sean Longstaff will play? I don't think the lad can have a chance. I mean, he's impressed during pre-season. I thought he would have had a couple of Premier League games in already. He hasn't. He's been patient on the bench. But these sort of games tonight are a massive opportunity for the youngsters to have a chance of playing first-team football, definitely. someone like Sean Longstaff, if he scores tonight, he could be a hero in these pots. That's the sort of club that we are. We'll sort of back our young players. Doesn't matter how old they are. If they put on that black and white shirt and they gave a good performance and they show a good attitude, and and they somehow get a goal and they're somehow the hero, they'll be worshipped around here. That's the sort of club that we are. Who would you expect to be playing tonight? I've seen that one. I'm not surprised at Ashley buying House of Fraser since he lies. And yeah, you're right, mate. You're totally right. Are you doing the match day blog? I'm not at the match tonight, unfortunately. I've got an early start, so I thought I'd do another sort of match build-up. This is going to be like a regular thing now on the channel instead of doing like previews. I'm sort of doing like Premier predictions for the week, so you can all put your predictions in. And that'll be every Thursday, depending on when the fixtures come out, of course. But then I'll do sort of like build up to the game, so I can chat to you before the match and stuff like that. Away days might be different. If I'm going to an actual away game, then I don't know how I'm going to do that. But in terms of like home matches or anything like that, I can stop by. Do you think VAR should be in the Premier League next season? Yeah, I'm a massive fan of VAR. I think it worked. It worked in the World Cup. I don't see why we can't use it. I mean, Sunday is a key example to why we need it. The referees need help. You can look at it both ways. I can say, well, we were denied a point. But then if people are saying, well, our goal should have been a foul, but I don't know if it was a good cross by Yedlin. It was a good finish by Hosselu. It was one of those sort of games, like, I wouldn't have complained. Sort of Chelsea won 1-0, judging by the last goal. But there's a lot of key decisions in the Premier League, and it needs to be rectified. It needs to be sorted out. And I'm disappointed that it's taken the top six to vote against it. Now, that just shows to me how corrupt the Premier League is. If they're sort of going for the top six and not the other 14 clubs that are representing the Premier League, well, that's not right, in my opinion. I mean, you can't just say, it's up to the top six. The Premier League is for whoever's in it that season. We should all have a say. And to not actually have a say in it, it's very, very disappointing. And I think we need it. And it's sort of like the top six clubs saying, well, if anybody sort of invades their privacy, like anybody outside the top six, then we're not going to like it. Well, it's not about them. But at the end of the day, it's disappointing that, with all the money that's in it, and people will say, the game stops every 2 minutes, things like that. Or it's going to take 5 minutes to make one key decision. But how many games have you been to, home and away, where the referee, or if you've watched a match of the day or Sky Sports or whatever, and the referee's blown constantly? I mean, you've only got to watch the Championship a couple of seasons ago when we were playing teams like Ipswich, Forest, clubs like that, and the games were stopping every single minute, and it was annoying because that's the sort of league it was. Thoughts on our transfer window, and you reckon Ashley will leave over the next 2 seasons? Well, the quicker Mike Ashley pisses off, the better, because he hasn't really done anything for the football club apart from sort of clear the debt. But you need to have ambition. You need to buy better players, and it hasn't been a good window. Yeah, we've sort of bought players, that's sort of going to fill in the voids, but it's still not good enough for a club of our size. The ref was on Chelsea saying, yeah, he definitely was. Ashley ain't going anywhere anytime soon. Yeah, you're right. Let's have a look. Do you think a better midfielder, Shelby Kennedy or Ki Sung-young? Well, do you know what? Shelby at the minute, because I haven't seen too much of Ki Sung-young. I mean, he looks promising. I watched him a lot, when he's Swansea days. Very good player. I would want to see Shelby and Ki Sung-young play alongside each other. How they played against, in their Swansea days. I think it might work. If they're both like sort of ball midfielders, they'll sort of like pick up the ball, spray one forward. Tonight, I want to see Rafa Benitez experiment. I want him to see like Ki Sung-young come in. Someone that's, that's going to be like, it's something different. Let's have a look at, there was a comment there. Forest are a bigger club than you lot. Well, to be fair, you haven't won a lot and a great deal. Yeah, you have won the Champions League. I get that. I mean, you've won that back-to-back. I'm not taking that away from you. But I wouldn't say you are a bigger club than us. Nah, not a chance. Ashley won't buy good players because all he does is lies. And this is the bottom line. Rafa Benitez lies to the fans, and he's going to continue to do so. He's just going to take, the money, and anything that we make from the Premier League, anything that we make in merchandise, ticket sales, he's just going to use that to his advantage to plough into his Sports Direct. And yeah, we aren't going to see anything of it, and that's frustrating. You're not a Nottingham Forest fan. Who do you support then? That would be interesting to know. Dummett has been chosen for the Wales squad. Thoughts? Well, I've heard that Paul about it. This is what he told the media, that he wasn't going to play for Wales ever again. Football's a funny sport. Things can happen in a short space of time. He spoke Middlesbrough. Oh, well, enough said, you're in the Championship. Anyway, but Forest are big in terms of, yes, they have won trophies, but I wouldn't say Nottingham Forest are bigger than us. I mean, to be fair, when was the last time Nottingham Forest were in the Premier League? Is Middlesbrough a rival, do you think? I don't really see Middlesbrough as a rival. I honestly don't. I think it's Newcastle Sunderland. That's the rivalry for me. You know, them lot down the road, the scum as you call them. That is the derby. That is the fixture we all want. That's what you wait. You know, you get up for in the morning. This is why you stay up all night for that game. Sunderland is the big derby. What do you think the score will be? I'm hopefully for a 2-1 win. 2-0 win. I'm going to go 2-1 Newcastle. I think it's going to be a tight game tonight. I think Forest are going to be up for it. You know, it's a scalp for them. We're a Premier League club. You know, they're in the Championship. And yes, we'll be looking for some sort of revenge. It's going to be a big game, you know, for them. And it's going to be a bigger game for us because we need to turn around the game from Sunday. And if we can get through tonight, then Sunday's game can be forgotten about. I mean, we'll have to forget about Sunday anyway. There's not a great deal we can do about it. We can't change the game. We certainly can't change the result. We're just going to have to move on. That's all we can do. Let's have a look. Yeah, Sky. It's on Sky night. Mate, your fans thought you were bigger than Everton. I wouldn't say we're bigger than Everton, and I wouldn't say Everton are bigger than us. I just think we're two clubs that are, you know, have been in and around the top six. I think where we've had a better history in the Premier League than Everton. No question about that, I would say. Because of where we've been and where they haven't been. We've had more Champions League and more Europa League appearances. I think Joselu must start tonight, needs to build on previous performances. Yeah, I think Rafa will probably start him, if I'm honest. I mean, confidence is a huge thing in football. But then I wouldn't be surprised if he goes like left field and chooses someone like Longstaff. Honestly, that wouldn't surprise us if he chooses like Perez or Longstaff. I wouldn't expect him to go 5 at the back against Forest. I mean, that's not the right attitude to have. Everton are easily bigger than Newcastle, man. Don't be daft. No, not really. Everton are bigger than us. I mean, what have Everton actually won in the last 20 years? Not really. Can you see us beating Man City and Arsenal or both draws? City, unfortunately, I don't think we'll get anything, if I'm honest. We're going to have to play extremely well, and that's just for a draw. But Arsenal at home have got every chance. I think we've got a good record against Arsenal. We beat them last season. You know, we came from behind. Arsenal are still trying to find their feet. They won last week. They've got a game against Cardiff, I think, on Sunday, which I think they will get points, but it's going to be a tough game. What have Newcastle won the last 20 years? Yeah, but why are you so bad about Everton and Newcastle? I mean, what's Everton got to do with the stream? This is a Nottingham Forest versus Newcastle stream. It's got nothing to do with Everton, mate. And plus, you're a Middlesbrough fan, so you're kind of in the wrong stream. Villa and Forest are stuck in the past like Liverpool fans. Well, that's it. At the end of the day, he's in the wrong stream. This is a Nottingham Forest versus Newcastle stream. I don't know if you can read or see, but this is for the match tonight. This is like a debate with the fans. Oh, yeah, man, it's simple. We have way better history than Everton, but Everton are better now. Simple. Yeah, I mean, I can't deny where they are. Like Everton are where they are because they spend money, and you know they've built from where they were in the past. You know, they've always been that sort of club with next to no money, and they've done well. I'm taking nothing away from them, but I definitely won't see Everton as a bigger club than Newcastle. Definitely not. So on Newcastle, your fans are deluded. Ashley in. Mate, you're a Middlesbrough fan. You're in the Championship. I mean, that enough said. You've got Tony Pulis as your manager. Wake up, man. I mean, what sort of person are you? I mean, why are you in a Nottingham Forest versus Newcastle stream? That makes no sense whatsoever. Are Tottenham a bigger club than us, as they haven't done anything before because of a top 40? Well, I would definitely say Tottenham are. I would definitely say they're bigger than us because Tottenham have always been in the Premier League. They've always been here, there, and everywhere. You know, they have been a consistent sort of top 6 club in the last sort of 5 or 6 years. A lot of Newcastle fans would agree with that. Not everybody will, of course, but Spurs can be classed as a big club. You know, they've got the new stadium now as well. You know what I mean? Sunderland are bigger than us. Well, I don't know how Sunderland are bigger than us when they're in League One. Yet they can't fill the ground. So big clubs actually fill grounds. Big clubs fill grounds. That's all I'm going to say on that one. Where were the Sunderland fans? Yeah. in the Premier League when it was all going bad. Where were we in 2016 when it was all going bad? Oh yeah, we were still filling the grounds in the Steam and Crown. I forgot about that one. I forgot Middlesbrough fans have short minds, don't they? Forgot about that. Yeah, I think he's definitely highlight. Mate, you support Middlesbrough, Camden, definitely. How's Sunderland bigger than Newcastle? I know exactly they're not bigger than us. There's no chance they're bigger than us. I mean, it says a lot when I've just been listening on this radio here on the TV, Radio Newcastle. The Sunderland owners coming out and saying, "Oh, we want 32,000 fans to turn up to the Stadium of Light against Oxford United." Now, I'm not being funny. I could not, I'll not expect Sunderland fans to make the journey to Stadium of Light to watch Sunderland versus Oxford. You know what I mean? They don't do it anyway. They didn't do it in the Championship. What makes you think they're going to get 32,000 fans for a League One match? They're not that big. Imagine having Big Tony as your manager. I think I'd have to, honestly, I'd have to keep away if he was my manager. Do you think Richie's better right midfield or right centre midfield? For me, I reckon that Richie's a lot better in the middle. When I watched him for Bournemouth, he was a better player in sort of the middle, but I can't fault how Richie plays. You know, he's getting played out of position. Now, a lot of fans have seen Richie only on the right mid position, but Richie technically is a centre midfield player. When you watched him in his Bournemouth days, that's what he did. He would score goals for fun. But we've got too many midfielders, and he's done well to play where he is. Are you going to Man City on Saturday? I'm not too sure, mate. If I can get tickets for it, I might head down. Might get the train down on Saturday. If not, then I'll just do another stream. What do you think about the Richie and Lascelles bust up? I'm not too sure, mate. It's all like duck in the water at the minute. I mean, we're getting taught one thing, then we're getting taught the other. Let's have a look. Oh, sorry, Alan Pardew, John Carver. Well, to be fair, Alan Pardew, we had 1 5th place finish, and yes, not the best manager in the world, but I mean, we're Middlesbrough. That's all I'm going to say. Sharky, I've seen Sunderland fans say that they'll be a Premier League team. Nah. Sunderland will not be in the Premier League for a while. I still think Sunderland have to build. They've sort of found their level. That's where they're at. Laura, welcome to the stream. Who is your favourite Newcastle player? Do you mean of all time, or do you mean of the current squad? Let us know in the comments. My favourite player of all time has to be Shearer, no doubt about that. Current player, I would have to say Richie, because he works hard. Richie, for me, is a hard worker. Jamal Lascelles is brilliant, but I like it when players go forward and, you know, it's all about goals, and he creates a lot. You're coming down to... Let's have a look. I feel sorry for my uncle, coach's Sunderland. Nah. If anyone's at Sunderland, oh, Jesus. Do you think Ashley will give Rafa money in January? Well, he's going to have to, because at the minute we're picking up silly injuries at the minute, and we can't afford these bust-ups, and we're starting to lose the connection again. I mean, Richie, Lascelles bust-up, just when things are going well and we're starting to have an understanding, you know, amongst the squad, and we're starting to have like a bond. You know, these things come out with, oh, Lascelles has had this with Rafa, Lascelles has had a bust-up with Richie, Richie's done this, Richie's done that. This isn't any good at the start of the season. We didn't need this at all. I mean, this is the last thing that we want, you know, as players to be disagreeing with one another. The games are coming fast and we don't want it. And for me, it's no good. Yes, Rafa Benitez is a manager. He has a right to drop them, of course he does. But against Chelsea, we couldn't afford to do that. Where do you think we'll finish this season? I say mid-table, about 12th. Chris, 2 years of Sun and two. But yeah, back-to-back relegations. If Lascelles and Shelby win at Newcastle, who would be captain? It would probably have to be Paul Dummett, if I'm honest. He's the next sort of in line who I reckon will be captain. You know, local lad, understands the club. You could sort of like keep it together. He's quite defensive anyway, Dummett. I don't think he'd be too like out in the open. He's not that sort of player who's going to like want to get forward. Ashley cares about your club as much as his high cholesterol. Yeah, but at the end of the day, right, yeah, we'll have this thing about Mike Ashley, but we're in the Premier League, enough said. 6 in a row, Sunderland's biggest achievement. Yeah, that's it. It'll be plaqued on the wall, won't it? Because I haven't done that for a long time. I just honestly don't get how Sunderland are a bigger club than Newcastle, yet they're 2 leagues below. And yet they laughed at us when they said, oh, what was it? Oh, Burton. I enjoyed Burton away. But yet it was Burton who sent you fucking doing this. The Burton are the ones who had the last laugh. They sent you to League One, for goodness sake. Burton are the ones that sent you to League One, so don't laugh at Burton. Yeah, that's it. It's distractions that we don't want at the minute. I mean, this is the last thing that we want is players to be disagreeing with one another. It's no good. I know you're not a Sunderland fan, but you shouldn't really be in the stream. If you're a Middlesbrough fan, then you should be in a different stream. You should be in a Middlesbrough stream. Can you tell us the team when it comes out in 1 minute? Well, I could, but I'm doing it on my phone, so you'll have to let me know. I could probably go on Twitter and see what happens. Let's have a look. Twitter. Let's have a look at the comments. It's funny because Cardiff beat you there 2 times when you played. Let's have a look. Well, the thing is, we got what we deserved really when we played Cardiff. I mean, we didn't really have enough of the ball. We should, we had a chance there with a pen, but you kind of change it now. That's the problem. You kind of change the result. My Instagram is 100% NUFC. So if you are on Instagram, go and drop us a follow. I'll follow you back because I'll see your names pop through. So if you want to go and do that, go and head over now. Instagram 100% NUFC. If you're new as well and you've never seen the channel before, go and subscribe. It takes literally 2 seconds. And also hit the like button if you like what I'm saying and you want to be part of further streams. You're always more than welcome. Hit the like button. So just do that. It's down there somewhere. Premier League is overrated Sky Sports League filled with glory hunters. Yeah, but because you're not in the Premier League, I mean, it would be a different story. If Middlesbrough were in the Premier League, then you wouldn't be saying that, would you? Common sense, you know what I mean? Thoughts on Man United, mate? They've not had the best start of the season, either. It's been a difficult start. They got hammered off Man United. Mourinho didn't help himself with his post-match comments. He's not helped himself. Chris, do you think Amanda Staveley will come back with a new offer for Newcastle? Never say never, but it seems like it's got a bit quiet. I don't think she will. But like I say, never say never. She might be on her way back. I mean, there's plenty of owners out there that would take a look at us. We are a profitable football club. We've got 52,000 fans there every sort of week. Home and away, we're backed, and we are a good investment. I was talking about the Borough fan because he said that we didn't beat Cardiff. Well, the thing is nowadays, I mean, Middlesbrough were favourites to go up last season. They didn't, so it just goes to show you can't really laugh at where they are at the minute. Where do you think Newcastle will finish? Ben, I'll say mid-table. That's all we can expect, mate. I think with the squad that we've got, we've done well to finish 10th. I take nothing away from the squad for last season, but this season it's a lot tougher. Wolves have strengthened, Fulham have strengthened. A lot of teams in and around us have strengthened, so it's going to be a tough one. Jake has me day been. It's not been too bad, mate. I've had a day off. Back into work tomorrow. So it's nice to have a day off on match day. But like I say, I would have been at the match tonight. I had numerous offers, from fans to say, are you coming down to the game? But like I say, I've got an early start tomorrow and I didn't really want to be going to work, doing an 11-hour shift on a sort of like 2-hour sleep. So it's not something that I could really risk. I'm a Borough fan and the Premier League definitely isn't overrated in the league. We will always want to be in. Yeah, see, that's what I mean. Like typical fans that aren't in the Premier League, like yourself, normal fans would. Everybody wants to, to be in the Premier League. I mean, in the Championship, it's sort of like that. So like it's boring because you're winning constantly. I know we've had you know what I mean. Let's have a look. So I've just seen the team there. Chaz Max for the team. So it's Darlow, Sterry, Shaw, Fernandez, Clark, Atsu, Key, Longstaff, Kennedy, Mutu, and Hosselu. That's actually not a bad team, if I'm honest. We should be going down to Forest and actually getting a good result with that result. We've got Mutu starting. You've got Hosselu. You've got Longstaff, got Kennedy, Atsu. We've got a bit of mix of experience and inexperience. We've got Sterry starting. We've got Longstaff playing. This is what I want to see. I want to see Rafa Benitez experiment in the Carabao Cup. And do you know what? This, right, could be the making of Longstaff. This could be the making of Sterry. I want to see these guys get in the squad. I want to see these youngsters get straight into the team and make a name for themselves. If Shearer can do it, if other players like Steven Taylor can do it, these guys can certainly do it. We were shocking on Sunday. These guys can make a big name for themselves. They can claim a spot against Man City. They really can. Let's have a look. Well, the comments are glad I'm definitely over the moon that he's starting. Like, you kind of felt that. We're not a big club because of Ashley. Yeah, that's right. You're right. Until he goes, we are a big club in terms of the capacity of the stadium, but in terms of like what we're spending, yeah, we're not a big club in that sense. But we are big in our own right, but we're not big in terms of where we are in the league because, yeah, it's all down to Mike Ashley, isn't it? It's all down to one man. If you don't come from an area where your team plays, would you class them as fake fans? As I come from London and support Newcastle. No, definitely not, mate. At the end of the day, you support who you support. Like I say, I've seen you at games, actually. I've seen you on my match day experiences. So no, you've come from London. I understand it's a financial burden. You've got to travel, the length and the breadth of the country. There's people that travel from Germany, Russia, Italy, France, you name it, to go and follow us, to follow this badge, to follow us, the team, the lads, Rafa. And just because you follow us from abroad doesn't make you a fake fan. No, not at all. A fake fan is someone who will support Newcastle 1 week because of winning, and then they'll go and support City, then they'll go and support Chelsea, or then we'll go and support Liverpool because they're on a good run. You've got to stick by your club through thick and thin, and I'm proud of where I'm from. I'm from Newcastle. We'll have good days and bad days. We've had a lot of bad days lately, especially, going from now to the past, but you never know. It just takes that one season where things can turn around. If we get rid of the owner and we get somebody else in, then we'll get better. Championship is boring. Yeah, Championship was boring, if I'm honest with you. Couldn't wait to get out of it. When is the third round draw? It's tomorrow, mate. It's 7 o'clock, so stay tuned. It'll be on Sky Sports. How far can we go in this year's Cups? I reckon we could go as far as, let's be realistic, probably 5th round, quarterfinals. Why not? We've got a chance. We've got every chance. No one wants to be in the Championship now, definitely not. Will you do a Newcastle United career mode? I'll do a live stream, yeah, when FIFA comes out. It's just fifth rated at the minute, it's dead. No one's playing it. There's no going for it. We're not a big club because of, actually, I'm proud to be I'm proud to be from Biker, that's where I'm from. I've experienced relegation twice and still support the club. That's what it's all about. I don't go for the glory. I'll go to support the club. I'll follow Newcastle if we're in like League One, League Two, non-league, because this is where I'm from. This is my city. This is my club. This is your club. I'm proud of it. And whoever manages the football club, I'm going to be there. Nobody's going to stop me from going to the matches because I love the club. If you have a passion for something, you'll go each match. And like I say, you're not a fake fan if you don't go to every game. People have got work commitments. People have got things going on in life, and you can't always be there. But I'll always be there where I can. Like I say, I go to all the home games pretty much. The away games are so hit you miss it at the minute. But you're definitely not a fake fan if you follow Newcastle from abroad or sort of London, Liverpool area. It's a financial burden, definitely. And like I say, I give credit to all the Newcastle fans that have gone there the need. I really do. I've experienced relegation twice. A fake fan, yeah. Let's have a look. There's a lot of comments in. Have you to support your team through thick and thin, no matter what? Yeah, Carl, you're right, mate. That's it. At the end of the day, I'm not one of them fans where, if we're losing, I'm going to go and support somebody else. That's not right at all. Definitely not. Because at the end of the day, right, like I say, one man's not going to stop me from going to the games. If you're a true Newcastle United fan and you live in the area and you're a season ticket holder, he's not going to stop you from going. Surely not. I mean, keeping away from the stadium, that's not going to help you, really. Do you know what I mean? Definitely not going to help you. Let's have a look at the comments. Sharky, I would have supported Newcastle if we were in League Two, but I can't go to the many games. Well, that's normal. I mean, if you can't go to the games, there's not a great deal you can do about that. What do you think the score will be tonight? Ben, I'm going to go 2-1 Newcastle. I think if we play a lot better than we did against Chelsea on Sunday, we've got every chance, mate. At the end of the day, it's a cup. We need to sort of put the game against Chelsea behind me now. We can't change the result. We can't change what happened. Rafa Benitez has gone with a bit of inexperience, a little bit of experience. I like how he started with Longstaff. He's given him a start. I like how he started with Sterry. These are the sort of players that we want to see. We want to see the future, sort of get into the first team and make a name for themselves. I go to the under 23s and I see a lot, of the under 23s, and I'm always like, I hope one day that we see them get into the first team. I was watching Sterry, I was watching Sean Longstaff, in the under 23s, and I always thought they had a future again. Rafa gives them the chance, they'll get it, and they should take tonight by, hopefully they get the respect from the fans. Our fans are the best in the Premier League. What we have to put up with? Yeah, definitely, mate, I have to agree. What's the lineup, mate? The lineup. Let's have a look. Someone did put it in the comments before. That I appreciate. I think it was Max. Was there somewhere? I might have passed it. But anyway, I know that Sean Longstaff's playing. There's Sterry. There's Atsu. He's gone with Kennedy, so he's back. Ki Sung-young, Fernandez. He's just gone with a bit of mix, really, which I think's the only right thing to do. Because if we sort of go all out first team, the players are going to be knackered. They're going to be knackered. We've got a tough game on Saturday. I mean, I don't need to remind you how tough the assignment's going to be down there. I mean, City are... Jesus. Yeah, so I'll read it again. So it's Darlow, Sterry, Shaw, Fernandez, Clark, Atsu, Key, Longstaff, Kennedy, Mutu and Hoslu. Cheers Ben. Cheers for that, mate. Really appreciate it because I'm doing it on my phone as we speak. Cheers, Max. Appreciate it. What do you make of the new FIFA 19 game? I know you're getting it. Yes, I am going to be getting FIFA 19. It's had a lot of mixed thoughts about it. Like there's not been many changes to FIFA 19 to what there would have been, to other FIFAs. I don't think EA really care about this. The buy-in person who goes and buys the game. I don't think there is, but sort of like with the way it's going with the coins and that. Yeah. Do you think Lascelles being dropped 2 games in a row? Yeah, I think, to be honest with you, we've got a big game against City. Maybe he just needs a couple of games to get a breather and sort of think about what he's done. It's not a bad thing that Rafa's done, to drop him. I like Newcastle United and I support Scunthorpe United. They're in League One. Yeah, I've always had a lot of time for Scunthorpe, a little small club there, but I think he's got hammered off Fleetwood, I think it was 5-0. I remember playing these, we played these in the Championship. It must have been a good 8 years ago. But we've had some good moments with Scunthorpe. Cheers for coming to the stream. Do you like FIFA games? I love FIFA, mate. I love FIFA. I've not played FIFA for a good month because it's just dead at the minute. There's not much going on. I mean, the FIFA 18 is dead. And I'm not buying packs that are just not worth it. I'd rather put my money and investment into the next FIFA. Just wait and see what happens. So, what is all the starting lineup then? It's sort of mixed inexperience. Hats off to any Newcastle fans that are actually going as well. You got a relative called Chris at the Borough Academy? No, I don't actually know. People have asked us that. I don't have a relative that plays for Middlesbrough. No. But I know Middlesbrough have got a good academy. Likewise, them down the road as well. So what he's all for? He's going 2-1. He's going 1-0, 2-0, 3-0. I'm going to go 2-1 Newcastle. I don't see why we can't go there and get a result. It's just important that we stay focused. I can't knock your academy. I certainly can't knock your academy. But in terms of your first team, I mean, you're in the Championship. 2-0, yeah. Chompy plays 2-0. I think you'll get the result. Where do you sit at St James's Park? I sit in the middle bit, mate. I'm quite close to the players. If you watch the match day experiences on my channel, there's a one up for the Chelsea game on Sunday. I'm quite close to the pitch, which is a bonus. Sharky, FIFA 19 has changed a lot. Gameplay, tactics, player face realistic, how they have all the... Yeah, I mean, they're always going to have the legit stadiums and they're always going to have custom tactics, but when it comes to the actual gameplay, I still think there's parts of FIFA that are broken, that they could sort of change. They could tweak, but it's EA Sports that they only do things in their own time. I'm on the balcony above you. That's a really good see. If that's where you're sitting, that's really good. It's a good view as well. I know people that I know I'm quite close to that sit in the box as well. They're pretty much in there every game. Is Rando included in the squad this season? No. He's not got a feature at the club at the minute. I don't know what's going on in terms of Rafa and his plans going forward. Rolando Aarons. I think he needs to go out on loan. Who's at 100% Mags? How's it going, mate? Welcome to the stream. Looking forward to the game. Seen your video the other day. Buzzing for this cup game, definitely, mate. 2-1 Newcastle. I'm on goal line. We could see goal line. We need goal line technology. Yes, we are in the Championship. Is that it's surprising considering Monk totally lost the dressing room early on. I think the same thing's happening with Birmingham. I think he had a really good sort of end of the season, kept them up, and Birmingham are not having a good start. So, yeah, you're going for a Newcastle. That's quite optimistic. I hope we do, but I don't want to knock Forest because DLC tonight is a scalp, no question. It's going to be a scalp for them. They will, even though we need revenge for sort of the game that we played at home. It'd be nice to sort of get our own back tonight and. Let's just try and give it, everything in the game. Let's just take the game to Forest and let's get through. It's a cup game. It's a one-off, isn't it? Lol, yeah, that was my intro. Took it off now. You've changed your intro now. I've changed mine as well, so don't worry about it. There's been a lot of changes. I had to change the introduction anyway. I don't mind Newcastle United, but your fans think you're, let's have a look, a Man United, Liverpool, Arsenal-sized club. Well, fans have a right to say that. I mean, we do have a right to say that. I mean, we're a club that was always in the top 4, always challenging for the league. Didn't win it, of course, but How can you go from being a realistic top 7 club to relegation fodder for two seasons out of the 18 that would be the years that we've been in it? We need to hurry up with these loan signs that we need to bring in. Yeah, definitely, mate. Which players in the squad would you want to meet and chat with, and why? I'd want to talk to Sean Longstaff if I'm honest with you, because I'd like to know how he got into how he sort of inspired himself to get into the first team, because we all know Rafa Benitez is stubborn and he's not really been a big fan of the under-23s as of last season. And what was on show last season wasn't brilliant. Newcastle finished second bottom of Premier League 2, Division 2. But he's done well, to convince Rafa over pre-season. So, you can't really fault, what he's done. Chris, let's have a look. Does Alicia do YouTube channels? Alicia does do YouTube, yeah. She just hasn't done it for a while. I think the last video that Alicia done was, if I'm not wrong, it would have been the first game of the season. She'll be able to request me on that one. I don't think we are Man United. I think we are a mid-table club. Well, while Mike Ashley's still here, yeah, we are a mid-table club. But we're definitely not relegation fodder. That's not our fans deserve. We do not deserve to be like a relegation fodder team. But tonight is a massive opportunity, of course, to sort of put the wrong right from Sunday. I believe we can go and get something tonight. I really do. I'll be a little bit disappointed, with the squad that we've put out if we can't go and get something. But it's sort of like a one-off game. For Rafa Benitez, he will easily put out this team thinking that we can go there and get something, which I totally believe. I believe in the squad. I believe that Rafa has chosen the correct team tonight. It's what the lads do on the pitch tonight. Once they cross that right line, we've got to put the effort in on the pitch. We could have been like Man City. Their owners wanted us. Yeah, they did. Then Mike Ashley turned them down. Yeah, what could have been? We wouldn't have had stupid Pardew. We wouldn't have had Steve McLaren. We wouldn't have had this. We wouldn't have had that. I mean, you've only got to look around the stadium, man. I mean, there's some parts of the stadium that are, they're in decay at the minute, and that's because the owner hasn't invested, inside the ground. I've seen a few pictures actually of around the stadium, with parts of the ceiling all like brown and stuff like that. That's right. Clubs like Newcastle will never progress with owners like Ashley in charge. Yeah, you're right, mate. You're completely spot on. While Mike Ashley's still here, and yes, he's keeping the club afloat, I totally get that. But if you're not going to invest in the team and you're not going to show any ambition, then yeah, we're just going to be that sort of club that is going to lurk around about mid-table, around about the bottom half. And that's not what Newcastle United should be known for. We shouldn't be known for being the sort of club to be hovering around the bottom end of the league. It's not right. And that's not me being, sort of deluded. For what we get each week, we don't deserve that. Let's have a look. How many did you get in your GCSEs past English? That is it. I've done all right in GCSEs, actually, if I'm honest. I passed everything. I wasn't exactly a good person at school, but obviously I stuck in where it matters and got the results. But nowadays, I mean, in jobs, you could just rock up to a job interview and half the time they don't even ask you for your GCSEs. So I'm not saying you don't stick in. Don't take the wrong way on that. But nowadays, they don't actually ask you for your A-levels or your GCSEs. They're just sort of like, as long as you've had experience in a job, that's all they seem to care about. That is today's jobs for you. No one really cares. And GCSEs have changed a lot over the course of the summer. So, what's everyone's score predictions in? Put your comments in down below. Also, if you're new, subscribe. It takes literally 2 seconds. If you want to hit the thumbs up as well, that honestly would mean the world to us as well. If you can go along and hit that thumbs up, it really does mean a lot. Where would I play in football? I'd play a guy in midfield, just like to show up the midfield and get the ball forward. Sort of midfield CDM role. I don't like to get forward too much, but I like to just sort of like bring players into the match. play off the wings. I like it when you got wingers in the team because it works. You go on 2-0, let's have a look. 2-1-2, 2-1-2, 2-1-2. There's a lot of 2-1s in Newcastle. I'll take that. That's what I'm going for. We are a Sports Direct team. Seen the joke on that. 2-1 Hoslu and Mutu to score. Yeah, there's a lot of Hoslu and Mutus to score. I play as a goalkeeper. I like goalkeeping, but You've got to be on your game. You're going 1-0 Forest. I wouldn't be surprised, if Forest did score tonight. That's why I went 2-1. Yeah, see you, Mags. Thanks for joining the stream, man. Thank you. 3-1, Hoslu times 2. We've got to get at them early doors. We can't afford to sit back. We can't play like we did against Chelsea on Sunday. Definitely not. 6-0 for Newcastle. I hope so. Do you ever shop at Sports Direct? Nope. I am not giving Mike Ashley any more of my money. The only money that you'll get off me will be, for a season ticket, for any merchandise I say merchandise, a program. That's it. You'll get a program, which I'll probably buy, which to be fair, I'm going to stop buying because there's no posters in them anymore. I don't know if anyone else is complaining about there's no posters in the programs anymore. I don't know if anybody else has noticed. Now, the club have a right to charge for £3, but yet there's no poster in it. Is that Mike Ashley being cheap again? Or is it just me? But no, for your question, shopping at Sports Direct, no. And then, like I say, if people want to shop there, that's up to them, but I won't be going there. Yeah, you love the posters. I did as well. I mean, I've got all these posters from sort of like last season, the season before last. I mean, I could decorate this room full of posters. I've just never really had a chance. That's why it looks kind of like blank in a lot of places. But as the channel progresses, I'm definitely going to upgrade the room in terms of Newcastle stuff. So there's a lot of hard work, but it'll get there in time. I definitely want to decorate it a lot more. I want to paint the room up a little bit as well. I might go for a silver and black, loads of posters of Newcastle, things like that. So there's going to be a lot of changes. Do I live by myself? No, I don't. I live with my dad, actually. Yeah, I don't live on my own. I used to. Do you ever go to the Strawberry Etc. before or after games? I've been a couple of times. I don't often go. It's just because I'm always late for the games. Or if I do get to the games, I'm there half an hour early and I just don't have time to get there. Because by the time I get there, by the time you get to the Milburn stand, it's building up. There's a queue outside and I don't really want to miss the game. So it's a case of it's not popping in. I'm so hitty-missy. I'm more for after the game, just to drown your sorrows. Like I say, if you win the game, go for a drink. By all means, brilliant. But if you lose, hit the booze. That's it. My brother, my dad support Nottingham Forest. Let's have a look. I've just seen the you support Nottingham Forest or like them. Like I say, you're a good club. I've got nothing against Nottingham Forest. Nothing at all. How far do you live from St James's Park? Walking distance, about 25 minutes, half an hour. Metro, bus, could be talking about 15 minutes. Yeah, about 50. I would say 15 minutes. Not very far. It doesn't take me long to get to the ground. You're right, Liam. If you go on the train and things like that, then it depends where you live in the country. If you live in London and things like that, it could take you 5-6 hours. If you live in Wales, if you live in London, Liverpool, Manchester, anywhere like that, like I say, you're not a fake fan if you support Newcastle from say the other part of the world or anywhere in the UK, because not everybody that supports Newcastle lives in Newcastle. There's people that live in Newcastle, so it's sort of one of them. Who's going down in the Premier League and up in the Championship? I think I had, if I'm not wrong, I had Huddersfield, Cardiff, and I can't remember the other one. You'll have to go back on my video to find out. Up from the Championship, early doors at the minute. It's Leeds changing the Championship. Hi, Brad. How's it going, mate? Well done for your correct score prediction. You'll see that in the video tomorrow. So if you're watching the Premier predictions after 4, stay tuned for it. Do you reckon we'll go down, Man United? You should know by now. I don't think we'll, but Dozie has been in that position. Nah, Man United, he'll be fine in terms of challenging for the league if he's continuing to play like that. He'll just struggle around the top 6. I think I'm sort of on the fence with the Mourinho thing. What happens really. It's Man United, isn't it? They're not. I can't see them sacking him unless he's lose. If he's lose on Saturday or on Sunday against Burnley, then if he's lose the Turf Moor, then yeah, he deserves to go, because for a club of Man United stature, you shouldn't be losing all them games. You ever been to York? Where would you want to visit or go on holiday the most in England, and why? I've been to York. I've been there a few times. I like Blackpool. I haven't really been down south. I've been down as far as London. I have. I've been to St Ives. I would love to go somewhere like Bournemouth, so just on the coast, just have a weekend on the coast. It'd be nice. I want to actually target one of the longer distance journeys this season as well. I want to go to like Bournemouth, Brighton, Southampton. With my job as well, I've got a lot more freedom as well going to games this season than I did last season. So it's not bad because my staff are really, really good. I'm going to Man City on Saturday. I haven't got a ticket for it. I am still looking for a ticket for the City game on Saturday. So if you know anybody, let us know. I've never been to Manchester. Manchester's a nice city. It just depends on where you go. I went with Alicia to Man City, the ground. We didn't go inside the ground, but we went for like a little tour around the campus, and it was brilliant. Burnley will go down. Depends, really. Do you have a PS4 and many games? Yeah, I've got quite a lot of games. I've got, like FIFA, Call of Duty, things like that. So mainly now I just spend my time on YouTube. I think that's what a lot of people do. Sharky, have you ever been to Scotland? I have a lot when I was younger. Yeah, I've been to Scotland. I've been to Edinburgh. I've been to Glasgow. Yeah, I've been to Scotland. I don't go there a lot, of course, but yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm going to go 4-1 Man City. It's fine, mate. It's Man City. They're expected to win the game on Saturday. They've got a better squad than us. It's one of them. It's Brandon123. You're my favourite YouTuber. Mate, that's honestly, I can't believe you just said that. Thanks so much, man. Really means a lot. Like I say, it's all about you. It's all about getting the fans involved. It's all about talking to the fans. And I want to communicate a lot more with the fans this season, as I didn't do a lot last season. You would only seen us do the odd live stream, especially on FIFA. So yeah. Why am I not in Nottingham? It's because I've got an early start tomorrow. I've got an 11-hour shift, and I don't really want to be, trekking down to Nottingham for a game, and then come back at like say 2 a.m, and then do 11-hour shift on like 2 hours sleep. I'd be absolutely wrecked, mate. Otherwise, I would have went. City, I'm still hitty misty on City at the minute. I'm still looking for a ticket, so I'm going to try and get one for the game. Yeah, that's the reason why. But to be honest with you, it's on TV, so it's kind of like I would love to be down there. If I get a later start, then I would have went down. I had numerous offers to go to the game. I was even down at the game on Sunday, and a lot of them were saying, Shocky, you're going down, you're going down, you're going down. I was going to go down, but it's with work, and that work always comes first a lot of the time. What are my dreams for the future? Well, I'm always into travel, so yeah. You're disappointed in us letting Armstrong leave, also for such a small price. Yes. But at the same time, Armstrong, at the end of the day, he's got to do what's right for his career. He's a young lad. He's done well for Blackburn. He understands the manager. The manager loves him. Tony Mowbray done a very good job. He got Blackburn, up from League One. They were very unlucky to go down in the end. He nearly kept them up. But I think Armstrong, he's a very good player. He's very gifted. Yeah, I'm disappointed in the price. I think we should have got, the money for him, but we should have got a hell of a lot more, but we didn't. Got to go, Sharky lad, mate. Enjoy the match. How are the lads? Stay behind the lads. Sharky, you're my third favourite YouTuber. Thanks, man. Like I say, I don't need, I'm not that sort of person who demands to be liked, but if you love what I do, I honestly appreciate it. I appreciate all you guys, the subscribers, everybody that watches me. Honestly, I appreciate it. Like I say, you're always welcome on the channel, regardless. Like I say, if you see us around the match, don't forget to say hello. I don't bite. It's in the name, but I don't bite. Honestly, I don't. You watching the match on Sky, mate? Yeah, I am. I'm not going to be on the stream for much longer. I will be going off about 7:30. So it just gives us 15 minutes to get the match on and stuff. Where do you work, Sharky, mate? Sounds like a killer shift. Well, I can't really reveal where I work at the minute. It's not really right for us to do that. But the job I do is it's quite demanding, quite busy. But to be honest with you, I don't mind doing 11-hour shifts because they give us matches off. So I don't mind. I don't mind putting solid work and solid grafting and doing what they ask, to get paid. Now, everybody goes to work to get paid, and I am just good that I can't go to the match tonight. But hey, it is. A lot of you guys are still watching it on TV, so I'm kind of thankful for Sky in a sense that it's on TV because it would have been, crap trying to look for a stream to find it. We didn't get hammered by teams like Tottenham. Now we played well, just they've got better quality. My fellas work until 11 p.m. the night. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like jobs like what we do, it's there's some shifts I could be doing sort of like 8 in the morning till 7 at night. That's the sort of job that it is. But if you work hard. Brad, those predictions that you put in the stream, keep a hold of them and put them in tomorrow's video. It's out at 4:00. If you don't know what it is, tomorrow the Premier predictions is coming out. Where I predict all 10 Premier League fixtures which take place over the course of the weekend. That'll be out tomorrow, 4:00. So if you are, on YouTube after 4:00, stay tuned for it. Can't wait to get it out. It's doing really, really well as well. And if you're new, subscribe. Like I say, it takes literally 2 seconds. I think we'll lose against Man City. I think a lot of fans are saying that, and that's not being rude. It's just, yeah, they have got a better team than us. You just want everyone to know that. That's fine, mate. That's perfectly fine. Don't worry about it. We better win this week, otherwise it will kill. Yeah, it's a long journey, isn't it, for us? It's a long journey to go down there and get a result. Rafa, he'll go out there to attack. I'd like to think tonight that he's going to attack, Nottingham Forest. He's playing with some inexperienced and some experienced players, so there's no excuse not to get anything tonight. There really isn't. Like I say, I don't want to diss Forest because they have just as a good chance as what we do. So it's all about just staying positive. Sharky, my grandma has a caravan at Berwick, and I used to go there every weekend. Does she still have the caravan? Are you doing another live stream after this one? No, I won't be doing another live stream after this one. But what I will be doing is be quick thoughts after the match, so it should be out just before 10 o'clock. Just quickly talking about the game. Do you go out much in Newcastle on the night time? Yeah, I do every now and again. Not massively because of work and things like that, but when I get a chance, I do. Yeah, I do tend to go out for a lot of meals and have a few drinks and that. Yeah, why not? That's what you got to do. And just sometimes I don't simply have the time. I think we'll lose to City. We need to win after last weekend's disastrous performance. Yeah, it wasn't good. It wasn't good, mate, at all. Sharky, she still has it. It goes up every weekend. Oh, well, that's all right then. So you see, I've got like sort of like a location of where you're going. But yeah, like tonight's match, I think it's important that we don't underestimate Forest. Let's just not, you know what I mean? Do you make a YouTube every day? No, I wouldn't say I'm consistent of every day. I'm so hitty-missy. I can sort of do like videos out of the blue. So when like if something comes up and it's got to be spoken about, like yesterday's video, the VAR video was out of the blue. Sometimes you can tell in sort of like the editing or there's no pictures, it's like an out of the blue video. But I've kind of got a structure, so like match day experiences will be out on the day of the match when the match is done. I'll always do like a live, sort of video before there's like games when there's matches on, like tonight, Chelsea. There'll always be like a quick thoughts. Reviews will always be out. I'll not be doing sort of like a review for this game. It'll just be more like a quick thought. I didn't have a chance to do it for the Chelsea game, so obviously I do apologise about that in advance because I know a lot of you would have been waiting for a review. But it's when you're busy, it can get quite tough. What else was I going to say? Premier predictions. That's always going to be out on a Thursday, 4 o'clock. So if you're around on 4 o'clock, check out the Premier predictions. If you don't know what it is, I've done a couple of episodes already, so go and have a look. I love the Premier predictions, a bit of fun. Yeah, that's what it's all about. It's all about talking about the whole league as a whole, what they've done before, and how they're going to attack the next game. And it's all about, when I predict all the predictions, it's all about getting you involved as well. So like there's 10 games in a weekend. I think doing or getting 3 right out of 10 is a good thing because there's sort of 10 fixtures. It's not impossible, to get 3 out of 10. I know results can change from time to time during the game, of course, but we've got 1 winner already for tomorrow, so it just goes to show that anything can happen. It's been a fun. City lose, Arsenal draw. I think 4 points. I'll take 4 points any day of the week. Champions League prediction. Well, now I won't do Champions League predictions because, and the only reason I'm doing Premier League predictions is because we're in the Premier League. We're playing clubs that are in and around us in the Premier League, so it's a lot more fun. It gets every other club involved as well, whether you're in the Premier League, Championship, League One, League Two, wherever you are in the world. It's all about just getting you involved. That's the whole idea on that. Let's have a look at your comments. Sharky on the first week, but didn't do a Premier predictions. I got 4 right. Did you? Oh, well, I haven't. So I do apologise if I haven't checked out because, like I say, I do read through them all and sometimes I just skim them. But obviously, it's sort of like it's hit and miss. I'm going to try and get as many shout-outs as possible by getting a lot of predictions right. Well, you've already got one tomorrow, mate. I've already done the video now. It should be out tomorrow, 4 o'clock, so stay tuned for it. So like I say, Premier League predictions every Thursday. If there's games on Saturday and Sunday, with a chance for a shout-out. Also, if there's like games on midweek as well, I'll do another one sort of like, so if there's like been games Saturday and Sunday and there's games on Tuesday and Wednesday, I'll do another one on Sunday night ready for Monday, and you can get your predictions in where you've got like a couple of days, or you've got like a day to get them all in. Is it wrong that I like Sunderland but support Newcastle? Not really. I don't know. It's one of them. Scunthorpe United have a new manager, and it's Stuart McCall. Yeah, he used to manage. I'm sure it was it Hearts or was it Motherwell? It was one of those clubs he used to manage anyway. Never know. He might be able to turn it around. He managed Bradford. I think that was another club that he managed. I know Stuart McCall quite well, actually. Funny enough. I think you'll do well at Scunthorpe. It just it depends on the ambition this season. You just win the playoffs last season, so you've kind of not had the best start. So you never know. If he hits the ground running, you could have a good little run. But when you're losing 5-0 to Fleetwood, who are decent under Joey Barton, don't get us wrong, that is sort of a sense of a wake-up call for me. So anyway, your score predictions for the night. If you haven't put your comments in already, let us know. I like Sunderland because I'm part of the under-17s. Well, that's fair enough. I mean, if you're doing something good for another club, then let's have a look. Sharky, the week where you didn't do Premier League. Oh, right, I know what you mean. Yeah, the first week. Yeah, I didn't do that because I was in London. Obviously, I was having a bit of a holiday, so I do apologise about that. But I wanted to come back refreshed for the second week. So, like I say, there'll always be a video out for Premier predictions, so don't worry about that. That'll be a consistent thing every week. So you'll always have your Premier predictions. I know a lot of other YouTubers do it, such as Rubenstein, Binks. They all do like sort of 4 predictions, but I want to do the whole sort of league. Let's have a look. When the international break comes, are you going to be going to any Gateshead games? I might do the same with Leyton Orient. Well, if I'm not at the game on Saturday, I might go to Gateshead. Yeah, I might go and watch them. I think they've got Maidstone United, I think, in the National League, so I might get myself across to Gateshead. I've got a lot of time for Gateshead because, for me, Gateshead are like one of us. Honestly, Gateshead are one of us. You know, I would happily go and loan our players out to Gateshead and help them get into League Two. You know, I like what Gateshead are about. I love the fans. I love it when I go there on a match day because you've got the guys in the back, you know, that they've got like this drum thing, and they've got this other guy that goes, yeah. You know how I'm talking about if you go. He's brilliant. Do you think Longstaff will be the next Modric? Well, you never know. Yeah, he managed Motherwell. I thought it was. I thought I was right. Also, Robbie Savage. What's that? I caught something about Robbie Savage there. He was working for BD Sport. Also, Robbie Savage waved at me. Honestly, I'd love to see Robbie Savage as the manager. Robbie Savage, man. Jesus. As I live in London, it's obviously going to be more easier for me to watch Leyton Orient than Gateshead. I really want to move up to Sunderland's first team. Stu McCall, if you don't know, I know who Stu McCall is. Have you been to a South Shields game? Doing brilliant. I haven't. I did hear that they were doing well last season. Did you like London? I did admit it was a good week. It just flew by, especially when you've got time off as well. I mean, I had this weekend off and it just flew by. Next minute, you're back at work. What do you think of Key? Well, I was impressed with him at Swansea. I really was. He done well at Sunderland, to be fair, on loan. I'd like to see a little bit more of Key. You know, hopefully tonight could be the start of that. I like Blythe games. I've never been to Blythe before. I've been to the place. I've just never been to Blythe to watch a game. Sharky, my favourite YouTuber. 1 True Geordie, 2nd Legends, and 3rd. Cheers, man. Honestly, really appreciate it. Like I say, I don't expect any sort of viewer to like me. If they don't like what I do, well, they don't like us. I mean, I can't change anything. I mean, I can't change my appearance. But like I say, I do it for the love of the club because I love Newcastle and just let you get all the other fans involved. You know, that's just what I'm about. Where's South Shields? Where South Shields are you on crack? Oh no, I know where South Shields is. I've just never been to a South Shields game before. I know they're doing well in the league. Obviously, it's getting dominated by Salford at the minute. They're the sort of talking point of lower end football. So I'm guessing then, Liam, you're going to do Leyton Orient versus Gateshead then, when Gateshead go and visit in the next, whenever it is, few months. Because I know when you're living down in London, Gateshead will actually be going down there. What do you think of the Son Heung-min situation? Yeah, well, like the military service and things like that. Well, if that's what he's got to do for his country, then that's fair enough. I mean, you can't sort of like that. That's what the country wants, and that's what he's got to do. It's what he's got to do. I mean, you can't go against it. Leighton Orient versus Hartlepool. I'm doing. Yeah, I forgot about Hartlepool actually. Favourites to go up last season, didn't quite do it. Favourites to go up this season, didn't quite do it. So I could be interested in how the sort of non-league clubs do within the North East. Well, if Sunderland done any worse, then you could be doing Sunderland versus like Hartlepool or Gateshead in the next couple of seasons. Who inspired me to be a YouTuber? A lot of people really. There was a watching Lee as well on YouTube. He inspired us. Watching a lot of Lee's stuff. Watching a lot of True Geordie. Watching a lot of Rubenstein. And there was a lot of people that inspired us to do what I do. I just enjoy it. I just enjoy talking to you people and talking all things Newcastle. I'm football mad, as you imagine. So I just love it, and I like the opinion of fans. I like what fans have to say. Fans have the right to an opinion. And that's good. It's a good thing. I hope Portsmouth make it in the Championship third, I think. Yeah, I like Portsmouth. Portsmouth are a proper football club. I like everything about Portsmouth. They're the sort of club that they're always behind the team. I remember Portsmouth back in the day when they had Peter Crouch, they had Cranshaw, they had Modric. Portsmouth have had some amazing players in the past. What makes a good right back in your opinion? A right back that can do a bit of everything. That can get back. A right back that can get forward the odd time and go out of position, then track back. Not all the time, not like what Yedlin does, but does it every now and again. That makes a very good right back. Someone who's committed, who's going to be. You have to be like mentally switched on. You have to be focused. Good man, I'm the same, pal. Your channel is fantastic. Well done. Massive respect for the work you've. Honestly, mate, really appreciate it. Portsmouth are the team I support for the lower leagues. See, I see Portsmouth as sort of like your bottom end Premier League Championship club. The fans are always behind the team, so that's what you want. Who needs to show up for Newcastle tonight? Who needs to have a terrific game? Well, I think they all need to turn up, if I'm honest with you, mate. I think it's a game that we can't afford to lose. I know we've got some experience and inexperience in the team, but it's a one-off cup game. We can't change the result from Sunday. We can't do anything about it. As long as Rafa's not going to, play a five at the back, as long as we'll sort of have a go against Forest and take the game to them. If we take the game to them and we don't win, and we've had a go and we lose, fair enough. You can't do anything more than that. But if you are just going to sit there and do nothing and be lethargic, on the ball like we were on Sunday, then we're going to have no chance. We're just going to play into their hands, and that's something I don't want to see we do. Will you play Sunderland's first team anytime soon? Yeah, check and trade trophy. I think that Harlow is going to have an amazing game tonight. Darlow, yeah, definitely. Hope so. My teams for the lower leagues will be Sheffield Wednesday because Wednesday is my favorite day. Yeah, Wednesday, yeah. I like Sheffield. Yeah, I like Sheffield Wednesday. I went there in the Championship. We lost 2-1. And Shelby got the late goal for it, the sort of consolation, if you like. Nice stadium, good fans. It kind of reminds us of being at St James's when they scored. I hope Newcastle wins. I hope so, mate. It's going to be a tough game, but can't underestimate Forest. They're going to be going into this game, with confidence. It's a Premier League scalp for them. It's going to be a game where, like I say, we're going to have to be mentally on it, because if we're not, then we're going to get punished, and I don't want to see we do that. Would you like to see Kennedy get his confidence back up? The same with Joslu. Yeah, like I say, Kennedy had a bad game, but every player has bad games. And against Chelsea, against Cardiff, it just wasn't his day. Now, I'm not going to go, start slagging him off because he missed a pen. At the end of the day, it's a lottery. If you score it, brilliant. We'll come away with 3 points. But against Cardiff, the more I look at it, it was a point which was probably fair for both clubs, because we didn't do enough in the game. It was a bonus, but we just didn't do enough. Your favourite lower league team is Charlton. I remember them in the Premier League days. Can you win in the Carabao Cup if big clubs can't be asked? You can, actually. If you sort of play a good team and you have a good balance and you catch teams on a bad day, then yeah, you can. I mean, Bradford done it. Bradford got to the final and, the Swansea won it. So Bradford and Swansea wouldn't have been anybody's favourites to be in the sort of the final. So it was, even though Bradford from League Two at the time lost in the final, for them to get there was good. What I like about the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup is how anybody can sort of beat anybody on the day. You know, there's been some scalps. I remember back in the day, I mean, I wasn't born to say it, but Hereford beat Newcastle, and that was a sort of like a one that nobody really forgets. But even for lower league clubs, like yesterday, AFC Wimbledon nearly got a shock result against West Ham, who haven't exactly had the best start of the season. Obviously turned it around 3-1, probably deserved to in the end. But what I like about the cup games is it's a massive opportunity for everybody. What do you think will be the danger man for Forest tonight? How can we nullify their threats? I don't really know too much about Forest's team, to be honest with you, so I couldn't really comment on that. Are you going to the Man City game on Saturday? Because if you are, I'll try and find. I'm trying to look for a ticket for it, so if I can, I'll be there. If I'm not, then yeah, I do apologise. Hugo's got to go, mate. Enjoy the game. How are the lads? Can I guess your age? You are 21. No, I'm older than that. Yeah, hats off to the 2,000 Newcastle fans that have went there the night. I'm good that I can't be there, unfortunately, because of work commitments, but I'll be watching. I'll be cheering the lads on, and hopefully that we can get through. And if we get through, I want to see we'll get a good home tie in the third round. You're 27. Nah, take away 3, mate. Take away 3. And then Sky's boat has just gone off as I stand my phone up. Gone off. Do apologise. But anyway, I'm going to wrap up the stream. I'm going to go now and I'm going to go and watch the game. So, thank you so much for joining. I'm going to go 2-1 Newcastle. I'm going to go for Mutu to score, to get his first goal for Newcastle. And I'm going to go for Ki Sung-young. Let's see what happens there. If we don't, you don't get the result, okay. As long as we've tried, we'll be fine. But yeah, if you're new around here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It takes literally 2 seconds. Hit the thumbs up. It'd be massively appreciated. Put all your comments in down below, and I really hope you enjoy the game. And until the next one, I'll catch you all later. How are the lads? Enjoy your night.